How does the least populated state have the most disappearances? Over 20,000 people have vanished in and around the areas that make up the Alaska Triangle just since the 1970s. This is a remote and sometimes inaccessible area where people are likely to get lost and later die of exposure under severe weather. But a concerning amount of these cases are also thought to involve foul play. The small village of Nome, Alaska has less than 4,000 residents, but has still had roughly 24 people vanish without a trace. While looking into one of these cases involving a missing Indigenous woman named Florence Okpialik, Up and Vanished host Payne Lindsay found some very disturbing details about her case, suggesting that something incredibly sinister might be at play in regards to some of these disappearances, especially among the Indigenous population. Florence was last seen leaving a bar and heading to West Beach. This area is known as a tent camp for white or non-native men from the lower 48 states to stay during the summer gold mining season. Some of Florence's belongings, including her shoes, socks, and a jacket, were found just outside one of these tents. Payne Lindsay heard through talk in the town that the man who owned the tent where Florence's belongings were found went by the nickname of Oregon John. The man who stayed in the tent next to Oregon John said that he recalled seeing Florence on the back of John's four-wheeler driving down the beach late at night. He didn't come back until morning, and when he did, Florence was no longer with him. Payne also spoke with a woman who recalled her terrifying experience with this man known as Oregon John. She said that she'd flagged him down for a ride when he was working as a cab driver in Nome. Even though he already had multiple other passengers in his truck, he pulled over to pick her up too. And by the end of the ride, Oregon John had dropped everyone else off but her. Once the two of them were alone, he turned to her and said, "You know I could have killed you and nobody would have known about it?" Another woman said that someone matching Oregon John's description had followed her in his taxi cab and pulled a knife on her. Payne has since worked diligently to uncover Oregon John's real identity and has even given him a polygraph test that he failed, but nothing more has been done in Florence's case, which is always the frustrating part of cases where they're unable to locate a body. Then they pivoted focus on another case of a missing man in Nome that also disappeared under suspicious circumstances. And it's just so scary to me that there are some places that are so desolate that someone can make a person disappear on purpose and get away with it.